Hey everybody, welcome back. Today we're going to take a look at a very unique little product here. This is the CountyComm Maratac MAS, or Micro Adhesive Strobes. Alright everybody, welcome back. So I have a really unique product here and it's very small. So I put it on a different background and I've kind of got the camera zoomed in on it a little. Hope that clears a little bit for you so you can actually see what I'm talking about. These are the CountyComm Maratac MAS. These are micro adhesive strobes. They're USA made. Each color has a national serial number, and these are the newest generation from CountyComm. They had a previous generation before. These are the newer ones. So these are micro adhesive strobes, and they're a really versatile tube for visibility and marking. Each MAS has 3M military grade adhesive backing, so you can use one from almost anything you can think of: a helmet, a car, pet marking, a bike, first aid, fishing, cell phone, inside a Pelican box or briefcase, inside your first aid kit even with the white one, so you have a little bit of light. I'm not sure on the lumens of them. I believe they're like 20 lumens. They're not very bright, but for the size of what they are and the battery, they're extremely, extremely bright. They're about the size of a dog tag or maybe a 1-ounce silver bar. I bet some of you saw the thumbnail and thought I'd gone out and bought some more silver. I don't know if some of you guys remember right after 9/11 when the firefighters, like the days after, the firefighters were walking through all that debris and dust and everything, and you heard that chirping from their devices, and I forget the name of what they're called, but they wear an alert beacon, and that little chirp sound that it makes, and they have a little light on them. And that's kind of the idea of these. If you're walking with your group in a very dark area, of course you wouldn't want to use white because you wouldn't want to be seen, but green or red, very, very low vision light that can be seen for a long distance without giving your position away too badly. I'm going to show you how they work, but first I'm going to give you a little bit of information. Now they can be seen from 2 miles horizontal or 3 miles from the air. Again, if you're walking with a group and you don't want to be seen, you're not going to be using the lights. But if you're walking hiking and it's not a mission critical situation, and you're not in some kind of bug out situation, or you're following somebody on a trail while hiking, these are awesome. They have a runtime for up to 200 hours. They have a complete composite poly sleeve, so they're sealed inside of it. They are not waterproof, but they're water resistant, so they won't get destroyed in the rain. Okay. The size is 2 inches by 1.1 inch by 0.15 inch. They weigh 0.15 ounces each, so it's definitely not going to weigh you down. The modes are a fast strobe, a slow strobe, then you have a steady on, and an off. You've got that heavy-duty 3M military-grade adhesive backing, the easy pull tab on the bottom there, so you can just pull that right off and take it out with you. And they're depth rated for 500 feet. The lithium battery has a 10-year shelf life, so if you're not going to use these for a long period of time, definitely cool to have. I'm thinking about mounting one of these by my bed, maybe on the wall. It's really not looking like anything obtrusive or anything, but if there's a power outage or something and I need some light, I can click past that one and get that. I'm going to turn off the lights here real quick to show you just how bright that is. Now I would say maybe 20, 40 lumens. You can see that's pretty darn bright. Okay, so it's definitely bright enough to see where you're going. Maybe find a pair of sneakers, shoes, whatever. You should always have a pair of shoes by your bed because of that reason. You don't want to be walking in glass. But it's got thousands of uses. It's ideal for things on like displays or buildings, maybe even on steps or stairways. If there's a fire in the house, you can click these on. They do cut through fog very well, so I don't know how well they do with smoke, but they probably do better than nothing at all. And they're really ready for fast deployment and all sorts of uses. So, basically, that's it. These are these little tiny lights, and the green one too. They come in a 3-pack, and I will give you a link. I forget the price on them, but they weren't too expensive. They come in a 3-pack, and I will put the link and the price down below. And CountyComm is known for this kind of stuff. I want to show you some other stuff that I picked up for CountyComm over the years, and I'll give you a quick information on how I found CountyComm. Back in 2011, right after 9/11 in October, we went to Pacificon. And Pacificon, which is a ham radio convention in California, kind of took a little bit of a change that year, and it went to more of public safety type stuff and emergency preparedness, along with all the new ham radios for the year. And I bought a little tiny, I don't know, maybe about that long, black flashlight with a red single LED. No reflector, no anything, just a red LED on the end of it. I thought for low light, that would be kind of handy to be able to read a map or something. And I looked at it, and it said CountyComm, and it had this big, long serial number on it. This is before I knew about national serial numbers. And I was wondering what the heck that was. So I looked them up, and I discovered the website, okay? And that's how I found they have a lot of cool, neat stuff. And I'm not making any money off this. I love their products. I am a true believer in their products. The kind of stuff that you wouldn't think would be handy, but it turns out to be very handy. And as you can tell, something like this on the back of on the back of your pack while somebody's trying to follow you in maybe dense fog conditions or something like that would come in very handy. It's very, very visible. Even with the full lights on here in the studio, you can see how bright the red one is and the green one as well. They come in a 3-pack. They get packed like this. They go into this little container, and they come in this bag. So there's all your national serial numbers. Supposedly these are they do overruns for the military and overrun products that they don't get to sell. I'm going to show you quickly a couple other little products I picked up from them over the years. One I picked up with this order, and we'll move to that one next. All right, so this is another product I picked up from CountyComm, and these you're probably familiar with those tubes that they sell with that luminous fluid in it or whatever they call it. I forget what they call it. And you keep it out in the sun for like 20 minutes, and it glows for the rest of the day. These are stickers similar to that. They say, was it one minute in the sun will give you like 12 hours of brightness. You can see them all here. They're very, very thick. And these are the Maratac Reflective Luminous Tape. They come in a pack of 5. You can pick size. You can pick small or large. I picked the larger ones. They're kind of handy for markings. I think I'm going to put one out here. If possible, I'll put one behind the back of my car. It's kind of handy, If your lights don't work and you're stuck on the side of the road, at least something like that will show off where you are. They are non-toxic, non-hazardous. They're waterproof, so it's ideal for inside or outside. The material is visible through fog and smoke. It reflects equally well on wet or dry surfaces and from oblique angles. So, if you put it at a strange angle like that, it's still going to reflect. As a matter of fact, you can almost see the little bit of reflection coming off them. I will turn off the light to show you how ridiculous these things are. They're slightly stiff tape. It's very, very sticky. However, the stiffness of it allows it to curve around things like bicycle frames or anything like that. It'll work fairly well on some rounded surfaces. I mean, you don't want to be putting this into all sorts of intricate little patterns, but it will work on rounded surfaces. Say one on each side of your car bumper, on the side of it, bent like that around the sides. Definitely will work for that. They're very inexpensive. I think they were like $5 or $6. They weren't really bad. And definitely, this is the kind of stuff that they have. And it's like, supposedly, this is a government overrun. They completed a government order, and they wanted to use these to mark the exterior of their survival kits, and they had leftovers, so they sell them. I found the information. Charging the tape for a few minutes will allow it to glow for hours. An hour in the sun will glow all night. Now, I had one of those tubes on my work bag, the green little tubes of stuff like similar to this. And I used to put it in where I worked. And I worked about 3 hours in the morning sometimes when I worked in a remote location for the gun store. Actually, it was out at front site selling ammunition. And when I got home, that little tube on the side of my work bag glowed until I went to bed the next day. The next night. It glowed all day, essentially. So let me turn off the lights here and give you a little look. I'm going to charge these up a little bit. I'm going to put them up by the light so they get a little bit brighter. And we'll turn off the lights and I'll show you what they look like. All right, quickly, let me turn off the lights. You can see them glowing already. Look at that. That's amazing. I love these things. I think that's so cool. And they will glow for a good long time. I was thinking even, aside from putting one behind my vehicle, putting them on the corner of the walkway to my front door from my bedroom. You got to think about, if there is some kind of fire in the house, you want to keep them low so the smoke won't rise. Smoke rises, you can see them. You want to keep them at a low distance so you can see where you're going and get your way out of the house, navigate your way out of the house easily. And these things are really cool. I mean, that's just pretty awesome. Anyway, let me turn the lights back on. That is the Maratac Reflective Luminous Tape. Now, I am going to give you a real quick look at something else that CountyComm is pretty famous for. The most popular, at least from what I've seen, the most popular product from CountyComm is their little Gp5 Ssb radio. This is a single sideband radio. It will do upper or lower sideband, as well as on shortwave, and AM and FM. The reception on this thing is amazing. Seriously. It really, really works well. They run about 89 bucks. They do come with an external antenna, not an external antenna, but a clip-on antenna. And this can be replaced. If it gets broken, it just unscrews, and you can screw a new one in. Very handy, no big deal. They run on 3 AA's. And the reception on these is just amazing. I'm going to try and pull in, even with all these lights. We're going to turn it on. That's the time. We caught the tail end of it, but you can hear the ticking. So, yeah, I mean, in here with all these lights and just this little antenna extended, that's pretty darn good. They're an awesome little radio. This actually normally lives in my larger bug-out bag, and I don't store batteries in it because I don't want it to corrode on me. But yeah, that's just some of the things I picked up from CountyComm over the years. This I picked up recently, and the little lights I've picked up recently. So check them out. Again, I'm not making any money off this. I really believe in their products. I've used their stuff over the years. It's just a cool site with a lot of cool stuff. You know, they have little reflective, micro knives that flip open, and the scales are made of the same reflective material. Just lots of cool stuff that, you know, for a prepper or survivalist, definitely want to check them out. And they're not crazy priced. This is probably the most expensive item on their website. Everything else is in the $10, $15, dollar range. They do have a satellite SATCOM bag that's $99. And that's kind of neat too. It's a long, thin bag. Works good for, taking your gun to the range or whatever. It's a really neat kind of backpack bag. And I do have one of their other bags. I didn't bring it out here, but they make really good stuff. So anyway, that is the review of the Maratac MAS Micro Adhesive Strobes. I think these things are really cool, and I think you'd like them. And I also, wanted to show you some other products that I've picked up from them over the years. Definitely a cool site to check out. This stuff's really, really handy, this reflective tape. And if you're in the market for one of the best shortwave radios out there as far as size and quality goes, this thing, a tiny little radio like this is pretty awesome. I don't have the time set right on it, but that's okay. I don't keep the batteries in it. Anyway, folks, I thank you for watching. I will put a link down to CountyComm. It's just a link to their site. There's no affiliates or anything. I'll also put my Amazon link down below. Amazon does sell these radios. This is just a caveat to let you know. Amazon sells these radios under the name Texan. As opposed to being $89, they're $49. I believe it's the same company that makes them. I like to let people know that so you don't go there and think, oh, I got to save up for that, when you may have $50 you want to put towards a radio. So that's just a little heads up on the radios. But I will put a link to my Amazon store down below. If you don't see anything in the store you like, just shop as you normally would. Purchase whatever you purchase on Amazon. It really helps out our channel a whole lot. And don't forget to check out our Olight links. Watch for my videos, because tomorrow I have an Olight video coming up you may be interested in. And you want to register on Olight so that any freebies you get, you can take advantage of. And don't forget to check out our Thrive Life store if you're interested in picking up some freeze-dried foods to get yourself started on some freeze-dried food for preparedness. Anyway, folks, thanks for watching today. Stay safe and stay prepared.